Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Uh, I was compulsed by myself to make another video for today, but tomorrow I'll make one video. Maybe. Anyway, so this entry was on February 15th of 2024 at 12:32 a.m. Today, February 14th, was great. Yesterday, February 13th, sucked major ass and was terrible. That is all I will say about yesterday. Today was Ash Wednesday and St. Valentine's Day. So I woke up at 7 a.m. to go to church at 8. Despite my not so full night of sleep, I actually woke up feeling quite well. During my walk to church, I listened to a song called Simple Man by Shinedown. If you don't know who Shinedown is, highly recommend listening to them. It is just that I came across this song by recommendation of my music app that I use. The night before, I had put it on my playlist and I've been listening to it on repeat. While the song was playing, I overheard the chirping of some birds and took note of the chilly yet inviting weather. This walk changed my view on life, more specifically on relationships. You see, something about Simple Man spoke to me. It reminded me to quite literally be simple, and then it clicked. Trying to get with these girls who already have a relationship with a guy is complicating my life. I should find someone who makes this whole game of love simple. That is not to say that it's easy, because there will be some ups and downs, but to say that things between us is clear. I may have told Britt that I love her, but loving her has never been simple. Thinking of it, I think I understand what people mean when they say something like loving someone in a relationship should come naturally. They don't mean that you shouldn't go on dating apps and such, but that the ability to love someone should click, if you will, when you meet them. I went into church with this and began to think more. Then another thing came to me. It was the words of my professor, or boss, Dr. N, that he gave me after I told him how terrible yesterday was. After listening to me, he said a couple of things, and the last thing he said was like a car hitting me. He told me, "Enjoy your life." I was stunned, and the wake-up call finally woke me up. I began to tear up a little. Although that night I still wasn't doing too hot, today I felt great. I told my findings to my class that I am an assistant for. I felt like I may be able to help them in case they find themselves in a similar situation as me. Going forward, I think I finally have criteria for what kind of woman I'm looking for. One that is good with communication, open about feelings, loyal, honest, has a mostly positive attitude, is relatively outgoing and open-minded, and makes loving them simple. It took me 21 years, but I am happy with this list. If anything new comes up, I'll make sure to note it somewhere. I feel that this list gives me somewhat of a newfound confidence in public spaces. Now that I know what I want, I just look, and if someone doesn't meet this criteria, then who cares, and move on to the next. I guess I can say that it's finally time to start fishing for real this time. 1:13 a.m. So, very important finding that I discovered is that straight up, loving someone should be simple. It should never be something complicated. You know, it shouldn't be like, oh, but if she just thought this way, or man, if things just like went like this, it's just like, no, cut it out. You're already complaining about how you have to maneuver yourself in order to make things work. But that's not simple. Simple is where someone, you're like to someone, I like you. I think you have these criterias, and this is why I appreciate you as a person. And the person gives almost the same thing back, right? And there's a respect there, and there is a drive from each person to, make a relationship happen. They say also love is a two-lane road, and that's kind of what I am implying. Because if you feel like it's a one-way road, then it's not going to be simple, right? If you're in a one-lane road and you're going down that, and the other person isn't at least going the same direction as you, and they're coming from the opposite direction, well, now you're going to have a problem, right? You're going to have at least one person like swerve off to the road, and if it's a road that's got banks on both sides, then they're going to be kind of tilted, and they might risk rolling their car over into a ditch. Like, it's not worth it. Why would you go down, the wrong one-way road? So I feel like, to me, this is one of my favorite entries, because I think since then, I actually have met someone, and although our situation in life, isn't kind of how I think we both want it to be, because of, she's taking some care of herself mentally by doing some therapy stuff. But not only that, for me, I find myself loving this person simple, because I value the stuff I've said in here. She has those qualifications in my mind. And to me, I have shown her that, hey, I have this amount of respect for you, and, if you want to be in a relationship, I am totally willing to do it. And she has shown and has reciprocated similar feelings. She respects my openness and my honesty. She respects that I communicate and that I take charge of things when need be. And so, because of that, the only thing that really stands in our way isn't each other. It's other things in life that we have to do and get done. So, I think personally, I don't see myself with anyone else but this person, and I do hope that we do finally have the time and the ability to be in a relationship, because we're quite far from each other. It is a bit of distance because I've met this person online, but I do think that we are both determined to make it work, and I can't wait to see how it goes. So, with that, I have some drawings that I'll share, and then I'll end it here for today. So, today's drawings in my notebook are from May 21st of 2024, so this is a little bit in the future. It's called More Faces. And as you can see, I have this guy called Tristan Price. This is just a random name and a random face I made up because I started doodling. And we'll get to a little bit more, but that's Tristan Price, just the character I made, I guess. There's a little schmirk. Look at him. He's what a guy. He's like, "Hey, what up, schmuck?" And then down here you have some characters from a book I mentioned. I forgot what video, so the plug isn't there for it. Blame my laziness, but this is Perception, and this is Anger. And these are just kind of some initial sketches or ideas that I've had in my head for actually a long time now. Probably about 1.5 years to maybe 2 years I've had at least these characters in my head for the book that I was writing before I stopped during winter break. But anyway, that's going to conclude it. I hope you guys were able to take away something from this video because I know that when I was writing this and when I was, listening to the song, I definitely did take something away from it, and it has helped me dramatically. So, obviously, make sure to like and subscribe because why not? I think it's funny always asking for those things when because I don't want to sound like desperate or anything, and I don't think anyone does. It's just part of the whole bit, the whole YouTube algorithm, blah 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 stuff. So yeah, make sure you do it for me, your homie. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. I already did that, but whatever.